Good morning. Welcome to your handwriting block. Today we are going to do the same thing that we did yesterday. We are going to be working in our journals. We are going to start off by watching Matman and having our leader build Matman on our magnet board. So let's get started.
Matman has one head, one head, one head. Matman has one head, so that he can think. Matman has two eyes, two eyes, two eyes. Matman has two eyes, so that he can see. Matman has one nose, one nose, one nose. Matman has one nose, so that he can smell. Matman has one mouth, one mouth, one mouth. Matman has one mouth, so that he can eat. Matman has two ears, two ears, two ears. Matman has two ears, so that he can hear.
Listen. Listen.
Matman has one body, one body, one body. Matman has one body to hold what is inside
His heart, his tummy, his lungs.
Matman has two arms, two arms, two arms. Matman has two arms, so that he can reach. Matman has two hands, two hands, two hands. Matman has two hands, so that he can clap. Matman has two legs, two legs, two legs. Matman has two legs, so that he can stand. Matman has 2 feet, 2 feet, 2 feet. Matman has 2 feet, so that he can walk.
Great job. Okay, we are going to have Mrs. McMurphy is going to be getting our board ready. Our leader is going to take Matman off, put Matman back on here so Mrs. McMurphy can clean and spray it, and then put it right back up here. Now, I want you guys, while our leader and Mrs. McMurphy are doing all of that, I want you guys to get your handwriting journal, and I want you to find your next letter. Your next letter is going to be the letter D. Remember yesterday we did E, F, and E. And so today, I want you to find our next letter. It's going to be on this side of the page. So today, we are only doing one letter. Today, we are only going to do one letter. Okay? So, this is the letter that we're looking for. And we're going to start at the top, go straight line down. Our frog's going to jump up and make a big curve. So you can go ahead and find this in your book. I forgot that I need to show you guys what that looks like. So let me go back to our board and let me show you what that looks like. I was just so excited to get started. Okay, so remember, we start our letters at the top. We start our letters at that black dot at the top. So, I'm gonna get my pen. We're gonna start at the top, make a straight line down, frog jumps up, makes a big curve to the bottom. We're gonna start at the top, straight line down, frog jumps up, makes a big curve to the bottom. We're going to start at the top, straight line down, frog jumps up, makes a big curve to the bottom. So these are going to be a little tricky. We're going to have one straight line and then one curve line. I want us to make sure that when we do our curve, that we don't just make a little curve, Look at that little silly curve. We don't want that. And we need to make sure that we don't make a too big of a curve. Look at that silly curve. We don't want that either. What about this? Would that be okay? Goodness, no. We want to try and make sure that our curve starts at the top and goes all the way to the bottom. What if I did this? Oh no, that's too big. That's big and crazy. We're gonna start at the top and we're gonna just do a big curve to the bottom, okay? So now let's go back to our books and let's give it a try there. What is the picture that we see? What is that? A deer. What does deer start with? The letter D. What does D say? D, D, D. That's right. Let me turn this and see if you guys will be able to see me too. Okay. So remember, we're going to trace and we're going to write. So I want you to wait for me after I'm done, then I'm going to let you guys do it too. So we're going to start right here on this first D. We're going to start at the top. Let me zoom in just a little bit. Start at the top, straight line down, frog jumps up, and we're going to make a big curve to the bottom. Go ahead and trace your first D. Okay, remember, thumbs up if you're good, raise your hand if you need help. Now, we're going to do our next one. We're going to start at the top, straight line down, frog is going to jump back up to the top, and we're going to make a big curve to the bottom. I want you guys to make your D now. Write your uppercase D. Okay, let's trace again. We can't skip this one. We're going to start at the top, straight line down, frog jumps up, makes a big curve to the bottom. Your turn. Now I'm going a little fast, so you guys can pause this at any time if you need to. Okay, remember, raise your hand if you need help. We're going to write it now. Start at the top, straight line down, frog jumps up and makes a big curve to the bottom. I'm going to move my paper over. We're almost done. Look how good you guys are doing. Okay, do we have to trace this one? Yes. We're going to start at the top, straight line down, frog jumps up and makes a big curve to the bottom. What about our next one? What do we do here? We have to write it. Where do we start? That's right, at this dot, right up here, that black dot. So we're going to start at the top, straight line down, frog jumps up and makes a big curve to the bottom. I want you to do that next. Okay, the last two you're going to do by yourself, okay? So you're going to go and you're going to trace. Start at the top, straight line down, frog jumps up and makes a big curve, and then you're going to write your own here. Start at the top, straight line down, frog jumps up and makes a big curve, okay? When you are done with your whole row of D's, you're going to raise your hand. Mrs. McMurphy is going to come, and if all of them look great, she's going to star it for you. But if there's some that we just need a little bit of extra practice on, she's going to underline them. And then that's going to tell us that we need to go back and erase it, and we need to try again. Now, don't get upset if we have to try again. That just means we're learning. When we have to try again, or if we accidentally make mistakes, that means you're learning. That means your brain is growing, and that's a great thing. So I don't want you guys to feel upset if we ask you to try again. Now, if we just are really having trouble with it, then Mrs. McMurphy can get a highlighter or a marker, and she can write it for you, and then you can trace it there. So we can do that too. So when all of your letters look good, she's going to give you a star. Do you remember where our handwriting books go? Where do they go? That's right, there's a yellow bucket right over there under our calendar. And that is going to be where they go after they get starred. Okay, right here. I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I will be seeing you soon. Bye.